Here are two more review problems. So first one, natural log of x equals 2 over 7. So our first thing we're gonna want to remember is that e to the ln of x is going to equal 1. So what we can do is we can actually turn these both into exponents of e and do this. E ln of x equals e of 2, 7. So once we do this, this just cancels out. We get x and e to the 2 7th. And then you just enter this in your calculator by putting the exponent sign and then just putting the division on there with parentheses, and that's your answer. For the next one, this one's a little bit harder. So we know that, so we're trying to factor this in at 3 and 4. And there's no super easy way to do this, but I like to do it like this. So 1728. So we're going to try to break this down. So we can either list out all the factors, or you can try to think about it in your head by breaking it down with a calculator. So 1728. We can break this down into 8 and 2 16. So we're going to try to break it down into 3s and 4s. That's our main goal. But that's not going to happen, and there's a way to counter this. So when this is 8, and when we know that a factor of 8 is 4 and 2. Okay, so 2 isn't on any of this. But that's okay. We can just put a star next to this. So we got our first 4. Okay, so we're going to factor down this one. So when we factor this down, we're going to get, let me think of a factor real quick. So we want to find something that splits into these just to make it easier on us. So let me take my calculator and see if this divides by 9, and it does. So a factor we found is 9 and 24. And so we know this equals 216. So we can combine this by 3 and 3. And there we go. We got 2 3s. But we're still not done. We got to factor this down, which we can do by turning this into 12. And then we can also turn this into 2. So we got another 2. That's fine. We'll just put a star next to it. And then 12 is a factor of 3 and 4. Okay, so we got our factors, but what do we do with these 2's? We can just add the 2's together and turn them into a 4. So we can X out these 2's and then put a circle around this 4. Okay, so now we're going to want to count. So since we have 3 3's, we can do this is equal to 3 to the 3rd power because there's 3 3's. And then we can also do this with 4 with our 2 plus 2. And I think this is super useful because it allows you to factor things if you need to factor it into 3 and 4. So this is what we get. We get 3 times 3 and 3 to the 3rd power and 4 to the 3rd power. So now we factored it down, and if you don't believe this equals 1728, you can just type it into a calculator. So after we found this, we're still not done. We have to make this in respect to 1728. So we can plug this in and replace it with this, substitute it. And with this, we using our log properties, we can first split this up into natural log of 3 to the 3rd power plus natural log of 4 to the 3rd power. Okay, then we can do this and move our exponent to the front with the change of exponents or whatever property. I don't know what it's called, but then we can do the same thing over here. And then there we go. There's our answer. It's probably the hardest thing that's going to be in this test if it's going to be on the test, but once you get it down, just remember your factoring skills from 8th grade and you'll be good.